Where's my webcam? Now it seems to be working. I apologize for that, folks. There was a little hiccup there because it was all set up ready to go, and then the webcam decided to not work. So I had to fix it. But welcome, everyone. Hear ye. It's Friday, and we are going to have some fun here playing some No Mercy, just messing around. I was not organized enough to come up with like a better plan than this. So, it's, you know, we're just going to have fun, and we're just going to mess around in No Mercy. I might bring back Sweaty Beef. We don't know. But thank you for welcoming me into your home for Friday morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you live. And Brian's in, by the way, in case you're new here and you're not familiar with my work. So yeah, I'm actually in survival mode right now. So I'm going to try and find the perfect player to participate in the survival Summerfest. Damn. I mean, it's easy to go with the way of Saturn, but it's going to be Gibbles. I made Bradshaw for this one. So, welcome one and all. It's been quite a week, and I'm just glad that we're kind of near the end of it right now. By the way, I'm going to be back here live later tonight for the SmackDown review, in case you want some more of this. Ace, I can see the chat. Ooh, Hardcore Holly, I should have done that one. Taz is pretty good in this. Oh shit, number 2 is China! Alright. Blip! Oh shit. What a foursome to open up this one. It's China, APA Bradshaw, who's whiffing on his clotheslines, Saturn, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, there we go. One thing I like about the emulator that I'm using now, by the way, this is an emulator. I'm not actually using the N64 at this moment. But what I like about the emulator is, like, the graphics are so crisp and clean. Like, N64 graphics don't look good on an HD TV. So, to have it here, you know, nice and crisp and visible, it's just nice. Oh, shit. It's the Bin Bag Man. Viscera. Oh, I know. Lex had 2 title matches. God, that's going to be my Waterloo moment, is me erroneously saying that Lex Luger had one and only title shot. Because God forbid I just repeat what the marketing for that and the story for that match was. Whoop! Out you go. I love the physics that I can hit, come down, like, bam, like that, and they just fly backwards and up. Jeff Hardy. I've had requests to cover Mike Adamle before on this show, and it doesn't feel right. It feels mean-spirited to try and talk about Mike Adamle's shortcomings in WWE when you realize a couple years later he would be diagnosed with CTE. Like, oh, Jesus. Like, let's make fun of this guy who's suffered too many concussions. Whoop. Damn. Was Black Rain the Bin Bag Man? I guess depends on what podcast, what British-based podcast you listen to is the Bin Bag Man. Some say it's Black Rain, others say it's Viscera. I guess it just depends. Terry, no. Crisp and clean, no caffeine. Yeah, and you can also really see just how flawed a lot of these faces are in the game. Bam! No, Saturn, don't mess with my good time. No! Oh, shit. Viscera, stop him. Stop. You asshole! Oh, God, that was so close. Come on, get your ass back in the ring, Brad. Oh, my God, that was close. That'd be the most, like, jobberific thing in the world to, like, lose the survival mode, like, with less than 10 people through it. Is Booker T becoming the new Jim Cornette? What's he say? I mean, I know he's kind of like... Well, I know Booker T's kind of like a homer, and, like, he'll tell young black wrestlers to know their place, essentially. Gotta wait for your opportunity, even though you've been here for 10 years. God damn it, I even called it. Yes, there were AEW releases. I thought it was the first time they'd ever had... How much did I get? $200. You can't even get anything for $200 in this game. I'm trying that shit again. I need to redeem myself. Let's see here. People tell me Hardcore Holly's good in this mode. So is Taz. I'll be Hardcore Holly. They really should have made like an alternate version where you still have the mullet. You can't Google image search Black Rain. I don't want to know what that is now. Oh yeah, did anyone take Kurt's hair away in the editor wrestler section? I did in the first version I had of this game. Like I would eventually update things. So like I made Bradshaw turn into JBL. I tried to do my best like unmasked Kane. I'm the big shot. Eliminated. There we go. Trying it again. Oh shh. This is my past coming back to haunt me. Bradshaw's here. Let's try it again. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's a Yakuza kick by the big shot Bob Holly. There we go. Eliminated. Oh my goodness. What else happened this week? Yeah, so there was a bunch of AEW releases. It was like Sadie Gibbs, B. Priestley, Jimmy Havoc. Was there one else? Did I miss that already? Nice. But then, what else? Yeah, I thought those were the first releases in AEW until someone reminded me it was Kylie Ray, who was technically the first AEW release. I mean, who knows why they were released? It's a very like arbitrary group of people. There's like, you know, the common thread is that they're not on TV right now. Jimmy Havoc. There was some speaking out stuff that he was implicated in, so that's why he was taken off TV, I think. And that might have had something to do with his release. I don't want to say definitively. And then, what else is going on? Like, yeah, I mean, B. Priestley is dating Will Ospreay, who's kind of persona non grata in some circles, but I don't think guilt by association is enough to release somebody, so I don't really know what the reason for that is. I mean, like, I'm sure there's going to be people coming out and saying like what's going on, but like those three talent being released, it doesn't break my heart as like a viewer. It's like, what do I remember B. Priestley for in AEW? Like the first move she does in AEW, she concusses Britt Baker. So I don't know, not a great first impression. Would I ever do a crossover with Simon Miller? Yeah, I'd love to do some more work with him. He's been in at least one of my videos, and so. Met him at WrestleCon last year. He's far bigger in person than I gave him credit for. I mean, I knew he was he's jacked. He's tall, too. He's very tall. Tall boy. Oh, come on. Aim it right. Albert, star of the cinematic classic The Dog Wedding. Boom. Could have been travel bans. Yes, that's also true. Is Triple H a top 10 wrestler of all time in WWE? Yes. Well, I don't know. Let's think about that. If we're just strictly speaking WWE, you got Taker, Michaels. Hang on, I gotta pause this so I can count this. If we're doing a top 10 of WWE guys, it's Taker, Michaels, Austin, Hogan, Rock. That's 5 right there. Andre, because he's deified. Warrior. Trying to think of who else like would be in that rarefied air, you know. I guess Triple H. He'd have to be, I guess. And then Edge, I suppose. And then not the 10th is wild card. Take your pick. Have I seen Inside Out started Triple H? No, I think I've got that in my collection though. Awaiting to be viewed. Oh, Bret. Yeah. Bret's a good 10th. Thank you. What did I say, Bret already? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't put Brock in that top 10. Looking at maybe swap him out with Edge or Orton. I don't know. Put Orton in there. That's the thing. Like it's like, you know, that's why it's always tough to try and like condense things into lists. Oh, Cena, yeah, Cena should be in there. Like, can't believe I totally faded Cena on that. Will I do a fall brawl this year? I might do some fall brawlage. I have to look at what I've scheduled. Oh, Savage, yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, those are the first 10 that came to mind off the top of my head. So, there's a lot of choices, a lot of options for your top 10. So, I mean, is Triple H a top 10 guy? Depends on who you want to cut, who you want to take out of that list. Because there's going to be somebody getting cut, and it's going to hurt some people's feelings. I wouldn't put Owen Hart top 10 of all time in WWE. Like, in terms of overall, like, body of work, wrestling ability, yeah, on an objective level, I'd say he's probably one of the top 10 wrestlers of all time. But, like, overall performers who got the opportunity to be kind of the upper echelon guy, unfortunately, Owen was not that. He got some mid-card, or he had some main event runs a little bit in the mid-90s. Oh, shit. The British Bulldog. I'm the British Bulldog. I'm going to yell at you while you eat a hamburger at Burger King when you... Go... I can't even finish it. Are you enjoying your burger? You liking your burger? I'm the British Bulldog. I don't eat burgers. I eat chicken and asparagus all day. Yeah, my wife made a really good point once. We were watching NXT one night, and she was like, "I would hate to be a wrestler and look like that because you eat just chicken breast all day, every day." It's pretty much it. It's like chicken breast and like tuna. I don't know. It is, you know, a few years ago when I was doing a hardcore like workout and diet, my food was super boring. I hated my diet plan when I was like doing a hardcore diet. And I don't mean hardcore like hardcore Holly hardcore. I mean just like I wouldn't say it was starvation, but it was definitely an extreme because I was not only doing the insanity workouts, which are incredibly strenuous, but also I was probably under eating at the time. I was probably going under my caloric level. So I was doing... So yeah, I ended up losing like 30 pounds, 35 pounds on insanity, and I had abs. It was great. I could never maintain that. Let's see. Boop. Come on. Any new reviews coming up? Yes, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I have new reviews. This week, in case y'all missed it, was my top 8 worst SummerSlam moments. Oh, here we go. Bob Holly. He's got the left hands. He's doing a little dance. Oh, I'm the big shot. I'm stealing the. I'm stealing your shit. I'm gonna steal your pump handle slam. Was I moody? I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be able to know if I was moody because it was before children. So I think if I were trying to do the workout like now with kids, I'd be a lot more moody under that diet and everything. Where is this, Arios? Man, I don't know. What's my current workout? I don't have one, unfortunately. I took a picture of me. I should have wore my Randy Savage Stops the Rapture shirt. No, but like I took a picture of me wearing that. And people complimented me. Oh, like, you're looking great. You working out? You losing weight? I'm like, no. I mean, like, I think I'm losing a little bit of weight just because I'm not eating as much. But like, I'm still 87 pounds. You know, depending on time of the week or whatever. I'm fluctuating by a couple of like pounds every week, and it's like, I've officially made it a lot farther than I did last time, by the way. Yeah, I don't really work. I don't have time, honestly. I'd like to do some more DDP yoga. I found with DDP yoga, I got like really bored at like with a lot of the exercises. Not that like they're so easy to do. The repetition is what gets me, and like I don't know. What I need to do is like I should probably just try and find a good soundtrack to do the workout to. Just have some music playing on my phone. So just to make it more exciting. Mae Young. Oh boy. Bob Holly and Mae Young. I love the story that Bob Holly had where it's like he was gonna hit a clothesline on Mae Young and he was warning her, I'm gonna lay into you, and she's like, you better fucking shoot on me. Ah, 15, come on. And now I'm getting some glitches. Alright, well, survival mode is cursed, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. 12 hundo. Okay. Let's go on to championship mode. What's a good championship to pursue? Tell me which championship I should go for, guys. That's good H2O. Do I listen to the drive-thru or the experience podcast, or is Jamesy out of my life? I don't listen to much wrestling podcasts anymore. Like, I was into something to wrestle for a little while, and then I just got tuned out after a while. I mean, my favorite podcasts right now are kind of Attitude Era podcasts and all their subsidiaries, and those are just fun to listen to. But I don't know. Hang on, somebody. I missed a super chat. I gotta go back. I'm getting a lot of like everyone's kind of pitching in things. Hold up. Oh, I got a couple more. Okay, Matt Davis with a super chat. I'm a bit of a no mercy noob, and I'm having trouble in season mode with the 2-on-1 handicap matches. Any advice? Set it to easy mode and just keep attacking one at a time and going back and forth. Honestly, is the best way. Pancakes and Hammers, $10 super chat. Not sure of how much you've seen of him, but what do I think of Mitsuharu Misawa? I don't really. I mean, I know who Misawa is, and I know his reputation as being like one of the best, but I've actually never seen a Misawa match, and I know that makes you a bad fan. Japan is a world I really want to. You know, I just don't. I don't know a lot about, but I'd like to learn more. So. You know, everyone says hardcore, but that's like a fucking difficult one. Let's do light heavyweight. Light heavyweight as... light heavyweight is Big Vis. Or should I be SA? Or X-Pac? I'll be SA. Would I ever do a crossover with the Angry Video Game Nerd? I think honestly, like, I'd love to be, you know, doing crossovers with guys like James Rolfe or, you know, Nostalgia Critic and stuff. But it's like I just don't. It's like I think they're too busy. I think they have other things going on. Who will it be? Who will it be? Believe it or not, it's S.A. Rios. Why are some of the old songs taken down? For admin purposes. Okay, so I can win or lose, and things will stay the same. I'd love to do some more. I'd love to do some more with Solo Monster. Let me say that again. I would love to do some more with Solo Monster. I think that he's cool. He's good people. Did karaoke in Vegas together last year. That was a year ago. God, it feels like a lifetime ago. Bam! Oh, it's Taka. There we go. Apparently, WWE used to let Gilbert defend the light heavyweight title on the indies at local shows. I'd love to know for sure if they truly let him do that, or if it was like they just didn't check him. You've heard of Razor Fist Hates Me. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I think Razor Fist doesn't like me because I was kind of like a Cornette, you know, not Stan. Or, you know, I was more on the side of Cornette than Russo, let's just say. And he doesn't like my style. Whatever. Oh, I keep forgetting it's not a battle royal. Fuck. I was like, what? How come he's not out? Where's the next person? I'm just like so fixated on survival mode still. But yeah, I mean, congrats to Razor Fist for his success. He's made it to I think 100,000 at least now. But that was a while ago. I've not been keeping up. But yeah, if he wants to hate me, he can get in line because there's a lot of people. God, I had the most annoying fucking interaction today on the comment. Here I did it again. Like, I'll eliminate him. I'm so stuck on like eliminating people. Whoa. Getting some glitchies. Some invisible rings. No, like somebody commented on something I wrote on Wednesday Warfare about how biased I was. And then I'm like, well, why? It's like, oh, you're gonna like point out AEW, NXT did this thing, but not on AEW. Like the exact same fucking thing. Or it's like, oh, I should get mad at WWE for doing these things that AEW also does, but he didn't say anything specific. I'm like, well, can you name an example when I did that? When I was, being, like, not mentioning something WWE did? And then they're like, oh, wow, I can't believe you responded. I'm a big fan. I'm like, well, you called me all these names, and, like, you're being rude to me, so why this backpedal? Answer my question. Like, wow, you're getting so angry. What was my comment that triggered you? I'm like, oh, I can't believe I fell for that, you fucking prick. God damn it. Like, just the worst of humanity is that shit right there. When you're the one who writes the rude comment first, don't backpedal. I was just waiting to see if you would respond. Oh, I'm a big fan of you. No, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Christian Thomas, in the comment section of this YouTube channel. Fuck you in the asshole with a big rubber dick, and you can quote me on that. It's like, the worst of humanity lives in the comment section, and that was a pretty benign example, and I might have overreacted just there, but it's just fucking the worst. If that's what you have time with in your day, then you need a new hobby. Can I believe I'm almost at 300,000 subs? I might lose a few after that comment there, but yeah, it's crazy to think I'm almost at 300,000 subscribers. Never thought I would see the day. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do to celebrate that momentous occasion. I've got like a skit that I've shot, and it just needs to be like heavily edited though. And then, but I also have like an older video that was like a Patreon exclusive a year or two ago, and then I might just make that public. Let's see here. Come on. Ooh. We live in the old rivalry, the old was it Backlash 2000 feud, or Judgment Day 2000, with S.A. Rios and Eddie Guerrero. Got it. Alright. Come on. Oh, flippity dip. I do like that in the VPW games, like there's like the counter, the strong style counter out of that was pretty much it. The strong style counter to the German suplex. Do I play guitar well? No. I play guitar, but not well. 1, 2. Oh, shit. Nope. You get the Hoovy driver. 1, 2. Oh, shit. Alright. Eddie's been eliminated. Biggie B, 199 Super Chat. Jim Cornette had a stroke at Orange 1. Yes, I bet he did. And something that I didn't really notice is how bad the roll-up was. I would have had a stroke if I had known that was as bad as it was after seeing it. Let's see here. Will we see more Kayfabe Kitchens? Eventually we will. I keep promising it, and one day it'll happen. Whoop! Yeah, now I get to work on Grandmaster Sexay for a little bit. Glitchy McGlitcherstein. Whoop. Actually taking another stab at the Hogan cake. No, man. Maybe for 600,000 subscribers, I'll do that for 400,000. I can't. I don't want to do the Hogan cake again. Or like, yeah, maybe with more knowledge. Thoughts on Jericho doing a concert in Sturgis? I thought that was kind of irresponsible. He said on Twitter like he passed the swab test for the 12th time, like going into the show. But it's like that doesn't really prove anything because there's an incubation period for the virus that goes like 2 weeks. So I wouldn't, be so like. I wouldn't be so cocky about that. I really hope that like nothing comes of it, and that'd be so miserable. I would hate if that were. I hate if I were Chris Jericho. I would hate that if that was the case. James Griffin, $10 Canadian. Will I do anything on the rise and fall of WCW? Great profile pic, by the way. That's a classic headshot. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do more with WCW. There's like plenty more to cover. Absolutely. I'm sorry that my game is flickering right now. I don't know what I can really do about that. Emulator's still more stable than 2K 2020. It is. Valium 917, $3 Australian. So I should make Jim Cornette as a CAW. I should. Any updates on the Wregret extended cast? What have they been up to? There's honestly, like, the extended cast is like not that big. It's not that extended anymore. If I'm being honest, like, it's Biggs. I've not chatted with him lately. We've not hung out, but like he's still going strong. You know, he's happy and healthy. I want to try and film more stuff with him. Alex is, I guess is technically part of the Wregret family, but I mean, she hasn't been doing the SmackDown reviews. She's still back to doing her own thing. Who else? Felix. I don't know. Can't say much about him. So WWE was in a bad spot in 96, 97. Nothing new. I mean, this feels worse than 96 and 97. I'm playing this essay. You can see the number 1 on the screen. Are Jim Cornette and I good now? No. I mean, no. And again, I've mentioned this before in my shows. I don't care, honestly. Like, if Cornette and I never get along again, it's whatever. It is what it is. Maybe in hindsight I shouldn't have been so harsh. But I think when you're being hella passive-aggressive like he was, I just thought that they needed to be held accountable. Whenever bring someone in to do SmackDown reviews. Last time I did, y'all hated it. Y'all don't like the people I hire, and I don't know what that means, but I think y'all are telling me, do more work! So, yeah, I might have to reset the emulator at this rate. 1, 2, 3! What controller am I using? This is an N64 style controller, but it's got a USB dongle, so it hooks up to the computer, so I'm allowed to play games on it. It's opened up the floodgates. I really want to get more controllers like this, or more emulator controllers. See, now it's fine. Let me save my progress. Let me end the emulation real quick, and then bring it back. And maybe it will be better. Okay. Do I talk to Chris? Oh yes, the know-it-all fan. Yeah. Like he works the same museum as my wife does, so like they're able to. I see him often, talk to him often. Let's see here. All right. Yes, I said dongle. Alright, let's continue on with this. There we go. Alright, so S.A. Rios is the number 1 contender. So you are the number 1 contender, and you want a shot at this title? I got 2 words for you. Anytime. Anywhere. It's how I'm losing my consonants as I keep going on about that. Oh, here we go. Championship match. Okay, I don't have to win. That's good to know. If I had to guess, when do I think crowds being back will be the norm? I don't think until next year, honestly. Like, I don't think it's going to get back to, like, the way it was for at least another year. Oh, that's right. They're doing Payback a week after SummerSlam. God, like, I'm taking a break at the end of this month, guys. Like, I don't know. I've not made it public, but I've decided to, after next weekend, I'm going to take a break from, oh, shit. Dean Malenko's Radicals, buddy. Eddie Guerrero. I will try and play other games besides this N64 in the future, I promise. But let's see here. Nope, dang it. No, but like, I think I'm gonna. Nice save, Eddie. No, but like, because next weekend it's gonna be, Dynamite Saturday, and TakeOver, and SummerSlam. And that's a lot for one weekend for me, and I just need to like try and take a break just for my own sanity that last week of the month. Oh jeez, a nice little double hip toss by the Radicals here. He's whooping my ass. I need to get him out of the ring. Oh, jeez. I would love to see Paul Heyman on Firefly Funhouse. He'd be so confused. Oh, God. Get rid of him. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Boom. Got him. Yeah, I mean, like, I've thought about hiring people out to do the SmackDown review, but it's like, they have to have that experience of, like, production. They have to have a quick turnaround time. Because then because the whole point of me trying to hire somebody out to do that is to take the workload off of me. And it's more workload if I have to, like, somebody films and I have to edit it all together, because then why don't I just film it myself? That was the problem we had with Jay, because I wanted him to be the SmackDown reviewer after before I ended up going with Alex. And the reason I ended up not going with him was because he didn't have the production experience. Like, he's a great talker, and he's got, like, broadcast experience in radio and television, and he's, like, a ring announcer for wrestling and boxing and MMA. So, like, he's got the voice and the presentation, but he has no post-production experience, no training in that, and he doesn't have the hardware for it. So it was just going to be an issue where I was like, well, it's more work if I have him do this, because I have to do all the work. So that's why I went with Alex, because at least she has a YouTube channel and knows how to edit. Dogger with a $5 Canadian Super Chat. Been playing Here Comes the Pain and noticed new games moves aren't as hard hitting as Bradshaw's clotheslines from hell. Why are they going soft on moves? I don't know. Like, it's a good point. Sometimes I see some moves like in these games or like in the older games, and they look so much more stiff and snug. I don't know what it is. When is Lesnar returning? When fucking crowds come back? I think that Brock was making a special case for, like, working WrestleMania with zero audience. I don't think that's going to happen again. Oh, big comeback by SA. Flippity floppity flu. Big Lumpy for the SmackDown review. I think that SmackDown's probably beneath him. If I'm being honest. He's got his own stuff with parts unknown. Here we go. Bang! Oh god, he's bleeding chocolate syrup. Rope break. Oh, Sal Cruz Jr., it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Here we go. Come on, kick out! Hashtag Discs of Ham. There we go. Boosh. Let's keep working that bloody wound. Will I be at the ROH tapings? Not this series of tapings. They did not need me for the ROH tapings happening next week. But I'm hopeful that I'll be back for the October ones. Assuming there are going to be more TV tapings in October, because I know they're taping for 8 weeks of content this next week in Baltimore. So I would imagine the next tapings will be in October, and hopefully by then things will be a little nicer, and like hopefully have a use for me. What difficulty am I playing this on? I don't know. Do you have any more music video plans for the future? Yeah, I got all these ideas for music videos, but I just don't, like, a lot of it takes a lot of like manpower. I have ideas for like these massive things like crews and extras and stuff, and it's like I just don't have the infrastructure to set that up. So, oh shit. This match is ruled a no contest due to the interference on Guerrero. That's bad, Howard Finkel. Therefore, the World Wrestling Federation Light Heavyweight Champion is still Malenko. Luke Gallows has the best Howard Finkel impression, bar none, by the way. And more, I'm not in Oregon. I'm not a wrestler. I used to be, but I'm a manager or an influencer. But I also don't live in Oregon no more. I not lived there for 10 years. Who should be in the next Firefly Funhouse match? I hope we don't get any more of those because, like, or make it very, very special case. I don't know who else would work. If the Firefly Funhouse match is supposed to be a look into someone's like past psyche and everything, then I'm trying to think who else would be. Who else would tell a good story for that? You're ready for some payback. What the hell do you want? I see. You're looking for revenge. So you've betrayed me, right? Well, say something. Wait a minute. What? Essay didn't betray Eddie. Eddie fucking cost him the match. What the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, he's knocked out. Oh god, Vince McMahon in a Firefly Funhouse match. He's so... He would just no-sell everything. Like, goddamn, pal. What's this puppet doing here? Fire him. Oh yeah, like if anyone's deserving of like here is all the bad things you've done in your career, Firefly Funhouse match, it's Hulk Hogan. Oh my god. Yeah, Vince is like Vince has like the lack of self-awareness where it's like if he was put in the Firefly Funhouse and made to confront all of his past like sins as a creative genius or whatever, he would just like not register. It would just like, yeah, so it got a reaction, pal. Oh, come on. Thank you all to the 429 folks who are watching the stream right now. I really appreciate that. Since I didn't give a point to AEW or NXT this week, does that mean I give the point to myself? Solidifying my heel turn. Yes, I am the winner of Wednesday Warfare. Right now the bulk of my offense is just trying to whip me into the wall. How can you get updated rosters with your N64? You have to have a mod or an emulator, and you have to have like one of like the modded rosters. I forget what the mod for this one where the current wrestlers are. Because like, you know, Feel the Bang is a No Mercy mod, but it's all like WCW guys. So I'm trying to think of like what the name of the current WWF one is. My wrestling guilty pleasure. I don't know. Like, trying to think what the bad stuff is that I actually like. Apparently I'm I'm in the minority where I say I like the oddities. Because I liked them and I thought they were hella funny when I first started watching, like in 7th or 8th grade. But it won like the worst gimmick and the worst team of the year awards or something that year. So what the fuck do I know? Well, I do some collab work with AE Podcast. I've done it, man. Like, I mean, the podcast and I have been like this for a few years now. I know they appeared as a cameo on my Vince Russo skit many years ago. I think it was the first time. And I also did an intro for them for like their No Mercy 2000. I did the Cordette voice for them to intro like their podcast and plug their commentary, their tracks. And then most recently, they showed up on the XWF video. Joanna Graham from How To Wrestling has appeared in voice form on my classic reviews in the past, and she's going to do it again next week for SummerSlam '89, because now I've basically determined that Joe is the designated Hulk Hogan promo reader. She'll use her soft posh voice to narrate the Hulk Hogan promos. Boom. Yes. Who do I hope's in Retribution? I don't really know who the fuck's gonna be in Retribution. And I don't really I'm not gonna try and wonder who's going to do it. Who it's going to be. I'm not going to try and speculate because it's just like there's just so much variable for who it could be. A lot of people are speculating it could be a lot of the released wrestlers all coming back, but then it's why even do that? It's is it for the sake of an angle? Was the plan all along to do this kind of Retribution thing and have them be, mad? I don't know. I would hope not, because then it's kind of what's the point of announcing releases if you're just going to do storylines to bring them back? And it just kind of, don't do that. I feel that they really like to hammer home these redemption angles. I was fired and I came back. Drew McIntyre's whole story right now is how he was fired and came back. Breathing Nerdum, $5 super chat. Will AEW drop their prices per pay-per-views, considering you can get shows for $9.99 and the pay-per-view model is going out the door? No, I think they're going to charge what the market is willing to allow and what the market is willing to spend. That's just supply and demand, and it's basic. Word life, this is basic economics. Supply and demand. If the demand is high, then there's a lot more the fans are willing to pay. So $50 for a pay-per-view, yeah, that's the old model of what pay-per-views used to cost for wrestling. But, when you say, oh, WWE's $9.99 a month, yeah, you're getting that. It's I don't know. I think I think wrestling fans have been kind of conditioned to believe that, you can get that much stuff for cheap. But I think that WWE can afford to be that cheap because they have so much content and they have such a huge market share. AEW does not have that market share. So I think that them coming in and charging a traditional price for a pay-per-view is perfectly acceptable. They don't have a network. They don't have, a big infrastructure like that. So I think that's fine. I've spent full price on that stuff. I'm not ashamed. Rios could get revenge, but that wouldn't be enough. He wants to search out another victim to inflict pain upon. That victim will be Malenko's tag team partner. He seems to be in a sports lounge. He's just drinking a giant glass. He gets kicked in the stomach. Ooh, to answer your question, it's watchwrestling.in. That's what I've been using, because I stopped using YouTube TV. So yeah, I think the new model right now for weekly reviews, based on the feedback I got from this week's Raw review, is that Raw review will probably go back to pre-taped, the old style, and then SmackDown reviews will remain live for the time being. And Wednesday Warfares will be the pre-taped biz. Sports Lounge Brawl. S.A. Rios hopes to defeat If anyone needs to win a barroom brawl to beat their demons, Jesus Christ, it's Grandmaster Sexay. Hey man, I gotta beat you in this Sports Lounge Brawl. Hey! I know, I shouldn't speak. I shouldn't make fun of Brian Christopher and his problems. Oh, damn. Drop toe hold into the friggin' pool table. Oh, shit. Who do I prefer in their prime? Kurt Angle or Brock Lesnar? Oh, that's a good question, but I think it's different answers, because I loved Kurt in his prime, in his first couple of years when he was the goofy heel, but he'd turn it on if he had to and be super good in the ring. And he was a great character. But I loved Lesnar and just his displays of strength and his raw talent. It was so impressive. So I could watch like young Lesnar all day long. Breathing Nerdum, $2 super chat. I see the name Retribution. I think WWA. Retribution. Yeah, and don't forget Damian Priest's finisher is the Reckoning. And earlier this year, AEW had a pay-per-view called Revolution. Yeah, I mean, like, I liked the live Raw reviews too, but I mean, I agree with people. It's like, you know, it's a longer video, and I know it's like I try and get the review part out of the way in the first half. But, you know, some people see that number, see that runtime, and they get nervous, so I don't, I get what they're saying. Would Boss Man have been the perfect heel in this current climate? I don't know how they would portray Boss Man. I wouldn't be surprised if Boss Man were in his prime today. I'm not sure they'd even use him. I think they would keep him off TV just to avoid the connotations, if I'm being honest. Let's see here. What's my opinion of the cinematic matches? I think that if they're done well and done correctly, then I think they can be great. But yeah, I think WWE right now is in this mode where they want to do cinematic matches for the sake of cinematic matches, sometimes to its detriment, and you know, yeah, they can be overdone for sure. There's a few examples. I'll bet at the end of the year, every YouTube channel is going to be like ranking all the cinematic matches for the year and try and figure out, you know, which one was the best. Rios. I can't do the voice anymore. And it's more of a Johnny Ace anyway. It seems your next target is me. Just bring it. Wait a minute. No. Not everybody can say just bring it. Back up. Why the fuck's Dean Malenko saying just bring it? What's the name of the band that does the music for WWA? I think it was Tantric. Yeah. Boss Man makes fun of Rowan and his dead spider dragging the cage behind his car. Wham! My spider! You are really stupid. You came all the way out here just to be beaten? Well, here is a little surprise for you. Hey guys, come on down here and greet our friend. Hashtag WhoDat4Life, Chris Fields, $2 super chat. Mick Foley is a walking, talking miracle of man. I guess if you want to talk about how he's been able to live through all his injuries and everything, yes, I would agree. Ginger Snap Hide, $2 super chat. Any chance to see Orton versus Fiend at some point? I would. God, he reminds me of like Judge Doom as he's turning into the cartoon with that walk at the end of Roger Rabbit. Before he gets fully inflated, he's like, whoa! Like, that's what that walk reminds me of. Oh, God. I saw that movie in theaters when I was like 4 or 5. But no, Orton versus Fiend, I would love to see that because I think if there's one thing Fiend has done, it's like he's kind of had like a lot of matches with people who, you know, did him wrong in the past. He's kind of like reconciling that. And so, like, Orton's definitely one of those guys. Hang on. Chris Verano with a $5 super chat. What were my thoughts on Talkin' Shopomania? I loved Talkin' Shopomania because it was just the right amount of silly bullshit to make me smile and just like make me forget about my problems for a little bit. Oh boy, handy capable match. Oh shit, I didn't see if there was no DQ. Yep. Alright. I got the water bottle of death. Who's coming after me? Come on. Oh, shit. It wasn't Malenko's signature catchphrase, boots to asses? Just bring it. Yeah, it's no DQ, bitches. Yas! Oh, boy, I need a better weapon. Yes! Ah, 2 for 1. I love it. Ah, here we go. The bell. Oh, let's hit GMS. Grandmaster Sexay. God, you know, I think with the SummerSlam, the Drew and Orton matches, like, that's tough to call. I would not be surprised if Orton won the belt. But, you know, I think they can still keep it on Drew for a while until Lesnar comes back and they can drop it in right away. Come on now. Come on now. Thank you so much for the... Excuse me. I swear I'm not bored. I'm just sleeping. 488 people who've been watching the stream so far. Got up to 500 earlier. So thank you very much for that. God. No, we always knew that the water bottle was an instrument of death and destruction. We saw that when Cena and R-Truth feuded for a while back in 2011. Yeah. Oh, is the mouse in my shot? Rick P with a $5 super chat. We need more of your Vince Russo impersonation. I swear to God, bro, you're gonna appreciate this. The Papi Chulo, we're gonna dye his hair red, bro. And then we're gonna give him this girl from ECW, bro. She's got a tattoo, which makes her unmarketable, bro. Non-blondes with tattoos, bro. You're never gonna see any money in that, bro. Vapid blondes with big boobies all the way. Bro. Boobies, bro. We're gonna call you the Friendly River, bro. You're gonna point this way and you're gonna point that way, I swear to God. And we're gonna give you the belt right off the bat. Right off the ding-dang bat, bro. There, there's some Vince Russo impression for you. Ah, jeez. Ah. Did WCW jump the shark when Jay Leno put Hulk Hogan in an armbar? No, they jumped the shark like way earlier than that. They jumped the shark, Beach Blast, fucking 92, 91. Alright, come on now. Well, thanks, Garrett. I'm glad you enjoy the channel and it's helped you keep up on the wrestles. Surprise roll-up! Instant win! Alan Brown, what is the most overused move in wrestling in the last decade? Tie between the super kick and the Canadian Destroyer. Yes, I would agree with that. Exactly. Oh, I forgot you can do that. It's so tight. Whoop. Do a DDP impression. If I want to do a DDP impression, I just need to be like Teddy from Bob's Burgers, but just like amp the energy up by twice that level. We're gonna go into touchdown mode. Shoulders back, chest out. Diamond cutter at ease. Tight, 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 kick out! You're a dead man and woman. Seriously though, just lay out for a while. Okay. Tanya's in the modified position. She's doing really good. Whoop! That's nope, Grandmaster Sexay. Ding, ding. I love that it dings every time you use it. Wow, what a sell by Guerrero. By Guerrero! Oh, turnbuckle finisher. There we go. Oh, Hog Wild and Road Wild have definitely been nominated. What wrestlers did I impersonate as a kid? I don't think I think I did that a lot with any... Taker, I guess. Did the Taker voice. Like, who else would I have done at the time as a child? Like... I'm trying to think of others. Not a whole lot, really. And I guess it was Kane because it was fun to do that voice box thing. God dang it. Oh yes, that's one thing I forgot to mention. You know, this week they released a trailer for the David Arquette documentary, which has been titled "You Can't Kill David Arquette, and yeah, I show up in the trailer for like a half second. They use my voice in a clip of mine. Some people are like, oh, they took a video of you saying something. Like, no, actually, the video that I took was something I specially shot for the documentary, because they approached me when I was, you know, a few months ago. They said, like, hey, can we get some sound bites from you saying, like, this, and this? It's basically, it seems like it'll be some kind of, like, talking head footage, like, at different points in his career. Because they asked me to talk about what it was like when he won the title, talk about what it was like when he was getting back into wrestling, and just kind of, like, maybe kind of like a phrase to wrap it up. But, like, yeah, that was filmed months ago, and I didn't expect them to actually use it, but they did. They used it in the trailer, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, I look forward to seeing how the rest of that movie does. I don't think he's full-time wrestling anymore. In fact, actually, I met him in Nashville when ROH was there, and I even asked him, so do you have any bookings coming up? He was like, not really. He's like, because, you know, he was like doing the Hollywood thing. He was just kind of healing up his body. So I don't think he's really doing the full-time thing at the moment. Oh, Grandmaster Sexay, he's calling for a spot, but Greta doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, shit. Get in position. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. You just get on out of here. Oh boy, Eddie is a fresh man if he's not fucking... He's not staying down for anything at this point. I just need to kind of like work over Grandmaster, apparently. Have I ever been mistaken for the Angry Video Game Nerd at a convention? No. I'd like to think we look different enough. Like... That's like... Every white guy with glasses looks the same. What can I say? Jeez. My Paul Heyman impression probably sounds more like Bruce Pritchard doing a Paul Heyman impression. I don't really do a Heyman. Yes, it's a resemblance, but like, I don't know. Breathing nerddom. What happened to do I want to watch some wrestling? I just had to take it down for now. It might go back up, but I don't know when. Thank you for the super chat, though, by the way. Do the kids in my school? Oh, did kids in school follow wrestling? Yeah. Because, you know, when I first started watching, like, and getting into it, that's when it was everywhere. So, like, there were other kids who had wrestling shirts in the hallways and stuff, and I had a circle of friends who I would talk wrestling with. But I think it was obvious from the start that I was probably the most passionate about it all. So, like, I knew from the start I was going to have a hard time, like, finding a good core of friends who'd be into that. Here we go. Bam! The Dragon Rana. And right there, he hit that Dragon Rana Daddy on Grandmaster Sexay, who looking so sweet. Oh yeah, didn't I hear something like AW's gonna go to the Amway Center or something, like a bigger venue with like virtual crowds? Like that's gonna be really. I'm really curious to see how that gets pulled off. Jesus. This match is just never gonna end. I just have to like draw them out and just bludgeon the bejesus of them with weapons. Did kids say it was fake? I forget. Like what they. It's like, yeah, like there are some people who are like, why are you talking about wrestling? Wrestling's stupid. Da da da. So like, there was definitely kids who didn't give a shit about wrestling. I just beat the hell out of Eddie Guerrero for a while. Yeah! Not so fun now, is it? Sell some shit! Wrathman, if you don't like my tweets, you can unfollow me. By the way, let's save the Postal Service. Contact your congressman. I actually called my congressman this morning, saying, would you please tell the president to stop trying to kill the Postal Service, because it benefits absolutely fucking no one. except for him. Let's see here. God dang it. Ouch. I've seen some of the virtual crowds in the NBA. From a distance, you really can't tell. So, Jesus, come on, no, Sexy has a finisher, no, damn. Oh, it's annoying. I have 2 lives left. No, I'm not playing on a console. I'm playing on an emulator. So, all right, let's try it again. Alright. Come on, when do you fuckers come out? Nope. John Strickland, $5 super chat. Why do you think most AEW fans are so negative toward WWE? NXT is as good, if not better in most cases, that they seem to refuse to see AEW's flaws. I mean, it just, well, first of all, it goes both ways. There's lots of NXT and WWE fans who won't give AEW the time of day for nothing. I mean, who can forget all the building up to it, and there's a t-shirt company this, they're gonna go out of business in a year that. So that's also a lot of bullshit. But yes, I think there is a definite bias that a lot of fans have, where it's like the, AEW fans don't like what WWE does. Because, like, we've been conditioned to believe that WWE is the big bad. Like, if you're a smart fan on the internet, then you've been conditioned for well over a decade that WWE is the Antichrist. So, like, a lot of that has to do with just the culture and the repetition of the message. So, it's really hard to break that, unfortunately. And AEW is kind of like a haven for the smarks and for the people who don't like what WWE's been doing. And so, it's not a true alternative, mind you. It's still very much like they're doing their own kind of WWE. And there are flaws for sure. But then again, it's like there's a lot of big things out there beyond wrestling where some people don't see the flaws in, but they still propagate them anyway. I missed a super chat. I have to go back and get to that real quick. Forgive me. Pancho Lopez, $10 Mexican. Thank you, Pancho. Get up. Why do people keep going? For work. That's why. Oh yeah, somebody asked me earlier about Talkin' Shop-A-Mania, and I wanted to talk more about it, but I got sidetracked. Yeah, Talkin' Shop-A-Mania is hilarious, and it's like, if you're coming to try and watch good wrestling, you're not going to see it there. There's like not one good action. I think the wrestler who tries the most, I think, at any one of that show is Brian Pillman Jr. I think he didn't get the memo that everyone else is just like fucking around. It's like everyone else is just doing the stupidest shit. And the commentary with Al Anderson and Gallows and Rocky Romero is just so fucking funny. There's a match, I forget who Swoggle fights. There's a great moment where they do this obvious jump cut for the cinematic purpose of it, and it's like so bad, blatant, it's very obviously bad, and hearing them call it out was hilarious. And talking about how Nature Boy Paul Lee says post instead of supposed, and they just like bring that up constantly. Why review Sunny Side Up like OSW did? Why would I want to review something that they did? Because people are like, oh, you stole OSW's idea! Because when one person does something on YouTube, no one else can do it! Moratorium! Oh, Jesus. Do I miss AJ Lee? No, I don't miss her. I didn't really watch a whole lot. Like, when she was like really coming into her own, that's when I was watching the least amount of wrestling. So I really didn't watch her wrestle, and so I have no frame of reference. I have no like attachment to her as a performer. I think the only reason that I think a big reason people like her so much is because she has a punk chick look, and also the fact that she's married to CM Punk, which automatically gains her clout in a lot of fans' eyes. I think a big reason that like people were mad about Brie Bella like holding on to the championship and breaking AJ's record was it was kind of like it was also a simultaneous dump on like an attack on CM Punk, which is like that's what some people theorized it as. But yeah, I think AJ, from what I've seen of her, she's fine, but I never thought, wow, she's this amazing women's wrestler. And I guess if she'd come around like a few years after she did, I think she'd have a better go of it. But again, I think the biggest reason people like her so much is her look. Like, sorry. Wrestling fans dig anyone who wears like skeletons or skulls on their shit. It is a fact. Or who wears t-shirts instead of like actual ring gear. That much I have learned. What do I prefer more? Great characters or great in-ring wrestling? Oh, characters. All the way. What made Southpaw Regional Wrestling so great was there was no wrestling in it. It was all characters, and it was all skits, and it was fantastic. Like, yeah. If I watched a wrestling show, and like if they never showed actual wrestling again, and it was just like characters, and like a couple of spots where the characteristics get to be shown, then like, yeah, sign me up for that. That's what I want to watch. Come on. Come on, so close. Yeah. Uh-oh. Getting glitchy. What's my opinion on Owen Hart not being in the Hall of Fame? It's a shame, but it's up to Martha Hart, and based on how the company treated Owen after the death and everything, and how they tried to like hide just how fucking heinous their treatment of him was, like the night he died, like just getting him set up in that spot to begin with. I would not blame Martha at all for stonewalling WWE and preventing Owen from getting in there. Like, once you watch The Dark Side of the Ring, where they explain that whole stuff, like, you'll never want to campaign for Owen being in the Hall of Fame again. Like, it's not worth it. 2. Yay! I fucking did it. Alright. Yeesh! Should there be more punk rock gimmicks in wrestling? No. There's already a lot of them as it is. Drauger, $5 Canadian, says, if I had 2 wrestling wishes, they would be make kayfabe an unbreakable wall again, then remove Marco Stunt, Kenny Omega, and the Bucks. Oh boy. Well, I can tell someone's a fan of Jim Cornette. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that, like, when you say make kayfabe like an unbreakable wall again, all that's gonna do is piss fans off because, like, the wrestlers are gonna kayfabe them, and they're gonna stay in character all the time, and like, and fans are gonna be exhausted by that. They're gonna be pissed. Like, come on, we know you're a real person. Don't be your character all the time. Like, last battle. Oh, thank you. For bearded Brian, way more clean shaven Brian. Well, drink this in because it's not going to be here forever, And I'm not going to do a whole revolving should there be more musical gimmicks of a specific type of wrestling. I'm not doing that shit. see here. Alright. Light Heavyweight Championship match. Ladder match. Oh boy. Like, you know what's funny is that, God, for a while there was kind of a big, like, anti-kayfabe sentiment where people didn't like being deliberately lied to and everything, and how refreshing it was. You know, oh God, I never seen that counter before. God, you learn something new every time you play this game. But no, like, God, it was, God, people were so against kayfabe, and there was a whole thing where I love realistic gimmicks and I love wrestlers who are themselves and very bland. But then Matt Hardy broke all that. He blew all that up, and Matt Hardy showed people that you can commit to kayfabe and commit to a character and still be very entertaining in the public sphere, which is very confusing for the wrestlers who've been brought up with the idea that, you know, fucking kayfabe sucks, man. We're all real people. So. Namdar Shaffier, $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Namdar. Sounds very close to Nandor, which makes you think of what we do in the shadows. CN Neal, $10 Canadian. What are my thoughts on the ROH versus CZW feud? I thought it was a high point of the 2000s indie scene. Much love from Newfoundland. I've not watched a lot of that feud, but I remember reading about it as it was happening. And, you know, I just love seeing, like, the CZW fans cutting promo on, like, Jim Cornette. Like, come on. and, like, doing their chants. It's adorable. I watched Cage of Death. I did that for research for watching for Death Before Dishonor. And I did a best Death Before Dishonor matches, and Cage of Death is on there. And so I got to watch that one. That was ridiculous. Muy ridiculous. Jason Hauer, $4.99 super chat. No comment, but thank you. Thank you for the soups. Come on, here we go. Gotta wear him down. I have to break down Dean Malenko. Because I'm the fly guy, I gotta do some flying shit for the ladder spots. Magpies Nest Productions, $8 Australian. What's next? What's left for the Promotion Graveyard? There's a lot that can still be covered for Promotion Graveyard. Yes, there's Smoky Mountain. Yes, there's Lucha Libre USA, Lucha Underground. There's the Urban Wrestling Federation. There's like a Japanese UWF. There's Ring Ka King, which I know a couple people were commenting on about in the comment section earlier. God, there's so much. There's, what's the thing that Memphis tried to do for all of like a month to try there? Memphis and one other group was trying to consolidate to try and band together against Vince McMahon, and it backfired horribly. Ooh, next pick's the contenders matches. I think it'll be Gargano and who's Dream. I would say it's gonna be Balor and Gargano, which are kind of like the basic answers, but I don't know. Bam, bam. The ladder is being used as a weapon. Nice collision detection, by the way, on that. That was amazing. Okay, come on. Here we go. No, you're ruining my plans. Come on, how do I get... Let me do the... I want to fly. I want to fly! Oh, I flew. Yeah, I called my folks, told them I'm tight now. Because everything can be looking alright now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, and WWL. That's one for sure. I have a bunch of Glow DVDs I want to look at, like, but like, they're not, like... I think there's the best of. I don't think they're just sequential episodes. Which, that's what I want. I want to try and, like, review Glow as an episodic. You want the Austin Wham? Alright. When the time comes, you'll get the Austin Wham. That's what I was trying to do, is press A button. Oh. Wham! There's your wham. There's your Austin Wham right there. It's for bloodying Dean Malenko. Weak! Oh, that's weak. Weak! Yes, Shotzi Blackheart got her stuff back. Her car was stolen earlier this week, and had her gear and her helmet, which like she has a lot of emotional attachment to, because like she had the helmet when she first started wrestling, and then she found it. The cops recovered her stuff. So good on you, cops. You love to see it. I'll give you that one. Bam! On the ladder. Do I watch AEW? What? Yes. Yes, I do. I can't do a JB impression, but I can try and do some other ones. Some Breathing Nerddom, $5 super chat. Is the Cornette ideology becoming toxic? It seems to me he's gone from being critical to personally attacking people he does not like in the business. Yeah, I mean, that was one of my biggest gripes against him last year, was that he's just, I think he's become incredible. Like the angry old man gimmick, like he found that it resonated with people, and he just ran with it. And now it's like it's gone a complete dark side of the direction where all he does is just like talk shit about people. Like he makes fun of their looks. He's like doing like everything that like. It's so funny because he hates Donald Trump so much, yet he's kind of turned into Trump in a way where it's just like he just shits on everything. Like, and anyone who dares argue with him, he throws to the wolves. And just, you know, I made a comment that had nothing to do with Cornette, and he fucking got snitch tagging that, and he blocked me for it. So it's just he's definitely like leading into the angry troll gimmick because he knows it works. Ooh, a third-party N64 you can connect with HDMI and play on modern television? That's great. Yeah, I think it's like, and again, the reason I became such a big latter day Cornette fan, like I was already a fan of his work because I found him very influential to me as a manager. But like I think hearing his shoot interviews and him being so animated and so entertaining, with that galvanized people around him, and then yeah, it's just like. Yeah, he leaned into it because, I think the fans like that, the anger, and he's like, well, I'm going to keep being angry, and I'm going to be angry about all the things, like, because I know it's, and people are literally parroting what he says. There's people who, like, you can like Cornette if you want, you can like whoever you want, but, like, don't just regurgitate statements that you heard, don't regurgitate statements that you heard just from a podcast, Like, yeah, they were there, but, there were a lot of people there, too. And, there's just different perspectives and things, And those guys aren't going to agree on the same things. What they saw might be different from, from other people. Shoot. Working my leg. Man of 1,000 holds. CN Neal, $2 Canadian, asking, what controller am I using? This is a USB compatible N64 controller. Oh yeah, I might play the No Mercy song in a minute. Am I still blocked by him? Yeah, because I forgot who was calling him out recently on a tweet. I didn't get to see what he actually tweeted though. Oh, excuse me. Bless it. Will Cornette or Russo ever be in the Hall of Fame? Not Russo, because like he was never a personality. Well, not really a personality for WWE. He was never, when he was on air, he was Vic Venom. I think that with Cornette, maybe. Never say never. What was my finishing move as a wrestler? The DDT. Was it? If I ever got to use it. There we go. Shit. This epic ladder match battle here for the light heavyweight championship. These dudes have killed themselves over the light heavyweight title. Yeah, Vic Venom. That was his original pen name when he was working for WWF magazine. This is Vic Venom, bro, and I swear to God, you're gonna appreciate all the rumors I have for you. You would never believe what I saw Steve Austin doing in the parking lot, bro. Who he was talking to. Lots of big things happening for the rockabilly, bro. Eminem's a song called Venom? I don't know. Thoughts on Raw Underground? I think it's fine to have like a separate show where it focuses on kind of like the shoot fighting aspect, but like, yeah, if you want to turn into your own show, that's fine. But like, don't. I don't know. There's no purpose to it right now. We don't know why they're there or what the incentive is, what their purpose is. Dan Lemley, 499 super chat. I like listening to Jim's stories, but can't agree with his actions on Twitter. Well, you know what? I can relate because people feel the same way about me on my Twitter. So you can learn to separate, you know, the YouTube personality or the podcast personality from what they say on Twitter. Come on. Nicest wrestler I've met. Oh my god. Oh. I mean, Gangrel's really nice. He's cool. Mustafa Saeed. He's a pretty chill guy. Is Taz still upset with me about the video I made about him? Probably. I haven't reached out to him to ask. John Strickland, $2 super chat. What happened with Jim Cornette and me, if you may ask? Basically, I made a tweet back in November about, you know, oh, what the fucking fuck? That was so quick. You got it. Anyway, so we do that again. That was 20 minutes, 12 minutes for nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure Mick is very nice. Is Raw Underground the modern equivalent of Brawl for All? No, I would say it's not. I brought this up last week in my review when they first debuted Raw Underground. It's not the same as the Brawl for All because the Brawl for All was a shoot and it was presented as such, which meant that it's like they're saying, hey, like this other stuff you're watching is fake, but this is the real stuff, which is very confusing and it's counterproductive to what they're trying to do for a product. And not to mention, it hurt so many people needlessly. And it hurt people's careers more than helped. Whereas with Raw Underground, they're taking a bunch of mostly unknowns, and you know, or people who are kind of like lower on the card, and it's presented as a shoot, but it's very clearly a work. Like you can just see it, and I just I don't agree that it's at all like Brawl for All. No, the answer to the Cornette question was I did I tweeted something about arguing with people about, you know, modern wrestling sensibilities, and I said, you know, people don't just want lions at the circus, they want the trapeze artists, they want the clowns. Circus is about variety, wrestling's about variety. And then I basically wrapped the tweet up by saying, you know, go watch the clowns, you know, don't get mad at the clowns, old man, or something. And I wasn't tagged to anybody, it wasn't addressed to anyone specific, it was just basically like a figurative old man that I have been like talking, a collective old man, basically, because I was talking with so many fucking sticks in the mud about it and how it was ruining and disrespecting my wrestling. Oh, the traditions of all the fucking scuzzy carny fucks who fucking took liberties on other wrestlers and took advantage of fans for decades unchecked and all this rampant drug and alcohol abuse. My wrestling! The good old days! When can we have that back? I want the blow. I want the hookers. Give me that shit. Give me the blatant racism and disrespect for women. Oh, the good old days of wrestling. Where's my wrestling? Oh, I don't like this progressive SJW bullshit. And so I really had a hard time talking with people about that. I don't like people who do fun things. And yeah, So again, it wasn't directed at anyone in particular. It's kind of a collective old man vibe I got from people. But somebody snitch tagged Cornette on it because they thought I was talking about him, or it's a topic that's near and dear to his heart. And so Cornette goes, well, it was nice knowing you. Interesting take. And this real passive-aggressive bullshit where he has kind of a final farewell. Well, I didn't even fucking talk to him. Didn't even talk about him. And he blocked me. And it was like the fucking most passive-aggressive, petty bullshit for something having nothing to do with him. And I thought that really just turned my opinion on Cornette. And I was having a hard time defending his shit anyway. He was getting to the point where it was like, man, this dude's saying some really racist and sexist bullshit, but like, out of the respect that I had for him, I just chose to not talk about it. And that's on me. I feel really bad kind of keeping silent about it. Oh, look, that's a proper skin the cat spot there. Yeah, I thought that enough was enough, and the time to defend him and try and stand up for him and his racist, sexist bullshit was over with. And so, yeah, that's why I made the video that I did. And then he left me a voicemail telling me how pissed he was about it. He hasn't actually talked about it in his podcast, which I guess is the biggest damning indictment of all. It's like, man, he thinks so little of me, he doesn't even want to take time to fucking make a mention of me on his podcast. Ooh, Scott Hall fingers for that one. But yeah, everyone wants to fucking parrot what he says, and they think they're all so fucking original, and it's fucking exhausting when half the internet is talking like Jim Cornette. Wow, you're all so smart and such intellectuals. You're so right about wrestling, and if Jim Cornette was so right about wrestling, and if he fucking if he's the fucking savior of wrestling knowledge and intellect, then how come whenever he's been given the book and how come he's had a chance to run shit, it does not work? Like, sorry. And hey, you know what? Vince Russo had some bad ideas too, but he also had some good ones and ones that worked, and so did Jim. But at least, neither man's willing to concede that they had bad ideas, unfortunately. They're both very big fans of their own work, and they regret nothing, and fuck anyone who disagrees with them. What other times has Cornette been racist and sexist? Okay, yeah, let's talk about all the times he's called women ugly. He doesn't use that. He doesn't use the butterface insult for men, which I find interesting. Let's see here. There's the times he has used the N-word in passing, talking in stories about how he's getting heat for people, which is great if you're in Louisville or something in a crowd. But I wouldn't go mention that shit. There's the infamous fried chicken language. Which, yeah, he said that once before on Raw, but times are different. And, if you try and defend the fried chicken line as a starvation joke, I'm not sure that's the hill you want to die on. Because, starving Africans. Ha ha! Big knee slapper. Oh, so I say the other way. No, it's not the racist thing. It's not the stereotype that, as Dave Chappelle would say, that blacks and chicken are quite fond of one another. Not that stereotype. No, it's that Africans are starving. That's always a classic, source for commentary. No, you're right. Calling women ugly isn't sexist, but calling women ugly and then not calling men ugly, that is sexist. When the first thing you do to attack a woman is for their looks, that actually is very sexist. So, Eric Fulhams, I'm sorry, you're blatantly incorrect. If you called everybody ugly, like if I said you and you and you were all ugly, yeah, men and women, that's not sexist. But if that's what you're going to be attacking women on, is the base of their appearance above anything else, yeah, that's actually pretty fucking sexist. And I'm sad that you are probably, I'm sad that that's how you think, If I'd love to know what you think is sexist. If you think that calling a woman ugly and not talking about men like that is sexist. So, or is not sexist. What was my reaction to Luke Owens? Well, if you want to see my reaction to Luke Owens, you can fucking see it on Quizlemania. My brain was broke from that. I was not prepared. What the Dean! Come on. Bump for me, booby. What is this? Still not sexist. Oh, I would love to know what your definition of sexist is, because that's pretty fucking sexist. Badoosh. Alright. Okay. He's dead. Don't get up. Come on. Let me get my belt. Yeah, I win.
You got it.
Cow Palace show. It was cool. Talking about women with their objects with no agency. That's sexist. Yes, that is one facet of sexism. That's one definition of sexism. There's so many others you could talk about. Oh, God, calling a woman ugly is a personal preference. You're so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But fuck off if you think that. Literally, you can leave this fucking video if you think that. If you think that calling a woman ugly, attacking a woman for their looks, but not attacking men for their looks, that is the definition of sexism. There it is. You're not going to win this battle. Not with me and not with anyone with a fucking half brain, with at least half a brain. With a Sid Vicious level brain. Okay? It's like literally like people only think that racism and sexism exist in the most extreme, like stereotypical racial epithets, ethnic slurs, that kind of racism is the only definition of racism to these people. The ones who think that it's fucking, oh, calling a woman ugly is not sexist. In what fucking planet, in what fucking era is calling a woman ugly not sexist? So, haha. And you're racist too. Boy, you are just a ray of sunshine. Well, Eric Foams, I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to ban you because you're being a real piece of work. You and Christian Thomas can just go deserve each other. He attacks men for his appearance. Who does he attack for their appearance? Like, okay, he attacks Kevin Owens? Okay, so he's fat shaming too. He's ableist. When does he call out men's appearance? I'd love to hear it. Besides, like, oh, he's fat, which is not a great defense. I'm sorry. Unbelievable. Other than Lita, why did S.A. Rios never become huge in WWE? I think what people said about S.A. Rios who were there was that he didn't have the language. He didn't grasp the English language. And I think that was a big hurdle for him. A-Dub in the chat. Let's see here. We did that one. That's only a quarter of the free speech. Shut up. Yeah, free speech, but this is my channel, so I have the control. So, Matt, that one's for you. Any chance? Give wife Amy Draven a shout out. Hi, wife Amy Draven. See, let's do another championship. Let's do the women's one. And I'm actually going to, you know, not have a man fight for the women's championship. Get Stephanie. Get Terry Power. Yeah. Toast960 $10 super chat. Love seeing you and Alex in the latest Quizlemania. Would you be down for doing another? Yeah, I'd love to do more Quizlemania. Not Tony Khan, one member of the social team watching while we work. Well, thank you for watching, AEW social team. I really appreciate you coming out here. I'm still better than any of the youngsters out here. I got more experience than anyone else. She's in a... Can you imagine Mae Young, the number one contender in the year 2000? Alright. Men's appearance. Marco Stunt, the Young Bucks, Vince Russo. Yeah, but those are like... Those are specifically targeted. Like, without much provocation, you've called Jordan Grace a butterface and stuff. Like, what the fuck? Like, why be so rude? Have I ever played the Japanese version? Well, yeah, I was playing VPW 2 not too long ago before the emulator just crashed on me. So... Andrew Upshaw, you worthless whore. You... It's not... Yeah, Free speech. Everyone loves to talk about free speech when they get dunked on for saying stupid shit. Free speech is one thing, but this is YouTube. This is a private thing. This is my YouTube channel, and I have control over it. So, in the United States of Zane America, if you say stupid ass bullshit, you can get blocked.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, watch me go off on fucking free speech. Go fuck yourself. Free speech. The people who talk about free speech so much are the assholes who are sad that they can't get away with being assholes. Those are the real ones who champion free speech. Oh, free speech. Oh, but if you say something I disagree with, though, I'm gonna call you a libtard, an SJW, and a pussy. Yeah. If I, but don't block me for being the fucking troll asshole. Fuck you. Seriously. My free speech. I deserve to talk like an asshole. I deserve to be an unlikable cunt for all eternity. Look at me. I'm a free speech warrior. Yay. Yeah. People don't understand that it's freedom of speech, not freedom from consequence. Ooh, AEW's lowering. I like the oof response. Yeah, they're freedoms. I bet the same people who are like free speech are also like I shouldn't have to wear a mask and get sick in a pandemic. This is Project 64. Slow down. If you don't... Yes, I will put Mae Young through the announce table if you don't. Man, I can't believe... Why is her finisher the giant swing? She's X-Pac's girl! She should be the X Factor. I do it again now. Look at that headlock. Her fucking arm is just detached. Her arm just like floats away from her body. The best Mae Young moment. Oh, it's got to be her powerbomb from Bubba Ray through the table off the stage. This is the craziest stunt you could ever do, whether you're young or old, man or woman. And Mae Young just took that, and it was incredible. JR in a thong, yeah. New Legacy Inc. ruined JR for a lot of people. Hey, there we go. Let's see here. Darius Smith, $7. Now I see what you mean by like what you like, don't be a dick. Not the hand. No. I mean, probably the most infamous moment is the hand. But I would argue that the best moment for Mae Young was the powerbomb. Would it be sexist if I were to comment on the physical appearance of these two ladies? Yeah, and if you didn't comment on the physical appearance of the men, it would be. Ivory's mad that I beat somebody up who was old. No set requirements. And Tori. There's a woman who I feel was... I don't know if she was bad or not. I have to go back and see if she's actually really terrible. I know she worked in Japan, so she could have been that bad. But, like... yeah, I think it's just... boy, she was someone who never really got a fair shake, I feel. There we go. Breathing Nerddom. $2. So glad this is your first live stream. Well, you're in for a treat. I don't normally go off, fly off the handle like this, but you know what? It's Friday. It's no fucksgiving day. Yes, Mae Young also didn't force anyone to prostitution, so I guess her lack of doing that makes it a good Mae Young moment. Jesus. Will I list my top 8 all-time favorite pay-per-views? I want to do one where it's like best B shows. So like WWF and WCW pay-per-views that weren't like their big annual ones. Or like Yeah, the big, the big four, however, whatever they're, the historical ones, the legacy ones. What I was thinking was disappointed in was how Tori was gone for ages and ages, the shoulder injury, and then she came back as the ninja, the one helping Raven, and then she was unmasked on like an episode of Heat, and then like you never saw her again, and it was never followed up on. Ooh, Luchasaurus is a singles star. You know what? I almost don't want that because I think that Luchasaurus has the best hot tag in the game right now, and don't deprive me of my Luchasaurus hot tags. Those are some spicy hot tags. Oh, Rich McCann with a good question. How am I able to get away with showing so much copywritten footage? Clever editor is the best way I can describe it. These arms are so distracting. They're like Rayman. Rayman hands and arms. Have I ever been to Kauai? I've been to Hawaii a few times. I'm trying to remember if Kauai was ever one of them. No, I've been to Kihei a few times. Kona once. That I think has been it. Yeah. Did I like Rikishi's bad man gimmick? No, God, Rikishi's heel turn was so bad. It was so poorly received, and I think it hurt Rikishi's career far more than it helped. It did give him the opportunity to take a big fall into a pile of sawdust at Armageddon 2000. Yeah, I kind of liked the gimmick where Tori was like Kane's girlfriend, and then she like started kind of exploiting that and using Kane to beat up guys who just kind of like offended her. Oosh. Do I like Ace Austin? I've not seen enough of Ace Austin's work, frankly, and so I can't really make an opinion on him. So many swings. Get ready for the big swing! There we go. Pushed her away from the ropes, too. Yay! Who has the worst hybrid theme? Who has the best? The worst has got to be like the first Kabuki Warriors when it was just Kairi and Asuka's themes back to back were not great. With the current ones, there's like Show Miz is really bad. The Jera Show also bad. My favorite one was the first Jera Show one, where it was like you hear, well, it's a big, 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 for like, it just keeps fucking repeating itself. You're so awesome! Maybe we can make a deal? I gotta win this one, so I want you to be the special guest referee. Oh. I want you to pit on that tramp. I know you hate her too. Thoughts on The Rock buying the XFL? Okay, who should I make win, folks? It's up to you. Choose our own adventure here. Who should I make win? The Cat or Jacqueline? Ken Terminated by DQ, $5 super chat. Oh yes, I want to address this. It's a good question. Did I think about putting Taker versus Taker in the worst SummerSlam moments video? Well, here's the thing. It wasn't until like Monday where I realized, oh, I totally whiffed on including that. And I was like, oh, how did I forget that? Me and Mr. Ooh La La, who wrote that, we both whiffed. Like, how do we both forget that? And so I decided to try to do a make good by just including clips in there and doing a little mea culpa in the credits. If you go all the way to the end of the credits, then you will see I add a little thing like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of conflicting. I think most people are saying Jacqueline. Someone's saying to call it right down the middle, but call it right down the middle, daddy. I forget what happens when you fight. Me and my floating Rayman arms tell you to fight. Mr. Ooh La La is the name of one of my writer. He occasionally writes. He's actually writing more and more these days for the channel, and so let me pull up a few videos he's written recently, and I can just kind of show you some of his work. He wrote like the Vader episode. He wrote like he and I co-write essentially. So he wrote Vader. He's writing a couple upcoming ones as well. He wrote damn, what am I looking at here? He helped write The Wrestler. He helped provide a lot of stuff for The Wrestler. Helped write... What else did he write? I'm letting them play it out. Piper in WCW, he helped write that one. And so... Yeah, and and Ooh La La is a manager as well in Oregon. He managed for like one of the versions of Portland Wrestling and for DOA for a long time, which is still in business actually, and for WCWC for a while, and then now he's also a booker. He started up his federation last year, which is just shitty timing. I feel so bad for him. Started a new company, and but anyway, DX stuff. Oh, that's submission. Just like make her tap back to the. Oh, whatever happened to the stuffed Yeti doll. That's like a Halloween decoration. It's somewhere in the garage. Felix is not my main writer anymore. Felix is not part of this channel anymore, and I don't really want to get into details as to why. So. Should have been Austin and Hogan at WrestleMania 18. Yeah, I mean, like, I think they would have blown their wad if they had. Oh man, I don't know. Like, when I saw Taker, I'm getting so confused. When I saw they were making the match with Hogan and Rock, my first thought was like, huh. Oh, here we go. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count. Gonna subtly bring in some weapons, and have I ever joined an Eve? Whoops, sorry. What was I gonna say? Have I joined an E-Fed? Yeah, I ran an E-Fed in high school. BZW. I even name dropped it in Wednesday Warfare this week. Brian Zane Wrestling was my Fed. And I meant to mention Finn Balor's promo on the demos in Wednesday Warfare, but I forgot. It's like, it's just that's his thing now, where he's got the insider references. He's been doing that since he turned heel. He's like, oh, the brass in the back, I don't care what they think, I don't care what the fans think. I don't want to be an internet darling. 18 of 49, I don't care about the 18 of the 49 demos. Internet speak, work rate. It is what it is. I don't like it when everybody does it, like Vince Russo 2000 era WCW, but like if it's one guy doing it, I guess it's fine. Ken terminated by DQ, $5 super chat. Thanks for answering the question. Yeah, no worries about it. And by the way, for those of you asking, Mr. Ooh La La is his real name. That is his shoot name, and he actually got it legally changed. I don't know what his dead name is, so I've never bothered to ask. But he's Mr. Ooh La La. Also, you can see him in an old episode of Jerry Springer, because he and like 2 of his friends went to Jerry Springer to do like a love triangle storyline, and they got on TV with that. So you can look up Mr. Ooh La La, Jerry Springer, and you will see a young version, a young Mr. Ooh La La. Do you think Sean Ross Sapp tries too hard to be a heel? I don't think he's trying too hard. I think he's doing it effortlessly, as a matter of fact. Layla and the Thunderbirds, $4.99 super chat. WWE Network doesn't have Sunday Night Heat after 99. Do you think there's a reason for that? Maybe. I know that like after 99 is when they moved it to MTV for a while, so that might have something to do with it. Besides that, though, I couldn't tell you why that might be the case. Sorry. There's a little pause there. Uh-oh. There you go. Wesley, Home Improvement. $1.99 super chat. Is that an actual, like, local business? Wesley, Home Improvement. Call 844. I did a lot of. Every once in a while I find myself kind of in commercial mode because I was so like I made commercials for a living before I did YouTube. Have I ever talked to PCO about Philly cheesesteaks? No, but that should be the next thing we do. Next time I'm in Philadelphia, it'll just be a segment where I eat Philly cheesesteaks with a wrestler and just talk shopping with them. And it'll be PCO next. Cat, knock her out of the ring! That's true. Those are the first 3 seasons are tough enough, though. That is true. So I don't know. I don't know why it passed. It could be just one of those things where it's it's a delayed release. Like they'll slowly put more things out because they have more in the can. Oh, it is a home improvement company. Well, there you go. I know my taglines. The disgrace. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Only 2 count. No. 2 count. You looked at Mr. Ulala. There you go. I told you. He's a great guy. He's Trey eccentric. He and I were on stage together last year when I did the Ready to Rumble watch party in Portland last September, and he and me, the two of us and Nick Radford and Tom Lawler just spent the movie just riffing on it. It was a lot of fun. Thoughts on Liv Morgan's comments on the dancers? Yeah, I agree with her when she said that, it's, there's ways to, there's different kinds of empowerment for women. And being sexy is a form of empowerment for some. So let them dance. I think it's like, let's get some male dancers next week to kind of like even it up. Garrett Schrader, $5 super chat saying, next time you're in Philly, cheesesteaks are on me. Oh, well, thank you, Garrett. I appreciate that. I heard they closed Tony Luke's, so I'm sad about that. Here we go. Boom. Oh, fucking Alabama slam. Threw up the X. I'm just going to leave this right here for you. It's an injury, brother. Throw up the X. Oh, big ol' kick. Okay. Alright, well, I can't really deny this anymore. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Alright, well, Cat did it. Yes, MLW's Tom Lawler, because he was a champion of Prestige at the time. I think he still is. So, yeah, he was the champ, and he came in. And then Orange Cassidy also showed up for that one, too, because he was part of the show. And before we did the riffing, he walked on stage, waved, and he left. So, if you want to see that, if you want to see the magic of that Portland gig, it's at the tail end of my first Ring of Honor vlog when I was there for Death Before Dishonor weekend in Vegas. Because then, like, the next day after the tapings, I had to fly to Portland for the gig. Favorite older video I've made? Probably, like, I guess it depends on your definition of like, what the older videos are. But I'm really proud of Heroes of Wrestling and how that turned out. In fact, what is the count on that right now? Because last I checked, we were less than 4,000 views away from 1 million. And we are at, we're at 996,500. So we are, about 3,500 views away from 1 million on that one. I'm really excited to see that and get there. Darnell Willison, $2 super chat. Thoughts of WWE running shows out of the Amway Center? If they want to expand and try and like fill some people that have like virtual crowds, like let's give it a try, man. Like, I'm open to it. I want that vibe of like full crowds again. Favorite salad dressing? Ranch, probably. I'm a basic bitch. I like ranch dressing. I'm sorry. I heard you need a partner for a mixed tag team match. I happen to have a little score to settle with that jackass partner of your opponent's, and I'm going to completely ignore the fact that we have an on-air relationship. What Steiner quote do I shout the most? Bungalow! I have a few million view club videos. Top 8 worst heel turns, top 8 worst theme songs, and top 8 worst finishers are my 3 videos on the million view club. Ranch is fine. This is fine. You know, I was not a salad dressing person for a very long time. I didn't like the. I wasn't a big fan of salads, I guess, as a kid. I still aren't, but you know, I understand now the dressing is to actually add flavor to it and make it delicious. But I just didn't like. I didn't like ranch, and I didn't like other dressings at the time as a kid. I was very picky in that regard. So it wasn't really until like high school or college I finally started kind of embracing salad dressings. We tried doing the thing because when I was a kid, I forget what company it was, but it might have even been like, you know, Hidden Valley or something, but they were like releasing these like kid-friendly salad dressings, like pizza-flavored salad dressing and taco-flavored salad dressing, and like I remember getting some of that and like not liking it. It was not enough to convince me. It was basically ranch with taco seasoning, essentially what it was. What superpower would I have? Invisibility or flight? Oh, flight. All the way. God, I love flight. Never been a right time. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Honey mustard? Yeah, I can fucks with honey mustard. I see the appeal in that. Yes, this is the implosion of DX right here. This is the end of DX 2000. This is the match we never got, because remember for like 2 weeks and they were teasing that X-Pac was going to turn face against Triple H, and they never did it. They never pulled the trigger on it. Aw, Stephanie, you no-selling bitch. $1 Million Princess. Oh, damn. Oh, Tori pulling a Ronda Rousey here. Oh, come on. Bam. Oh man, this is the dark-sided version of that mixed tag we got at WrestleMania last year. Oh, right in the yarbles. Right in the yam bags, Cole! Oh, thanks, Tori. Do I make my own seasonings? I've made steak and pork chop rubs before. And I've got a marinade, like a homemade marinade for like salmon. It's just like soy sauce and honey and garlic. No, not honey. Maple syrup. Soy sauce, maple syrup, and garlic. My steak or a chicken guy? Oh, steak all the way. Like, one of my pleasures in life is going to a fancy ass steakhouse and just getting a nice steak, man. That was my tradition, like for the last several years of Mania, was to go to a nice restaurant, preferably a steakhouse. Like, New Orleans, it was a different story because, you know, like, of the food and the culture there. But, like, Orlando, Dallas, Orlando, Dallas, and New York. We did the steakhouse thing. Did it in Vegas for StarCast weekend last year. We were at the Bellagio. We had the Fountain View. It was amazing. And, yeah, I like me some good steaks. With a hologram cameo in the recent Hood. So yeah, Anton Voorhees' video, me as hologram, yeah. David Carpenter, 669, nice, super chat. What do I think about the TNT, the Finnish Championship belt? I think it's gorgeous. Yeah, I like it a lot too. Some people still have a hard time kind of wrapping their heads around the red strap, or they think the red and the gold will go well, but I think it actually works really well. And I like the added finish to it and the sheen. It's, yeah, it's a big improvement on the original TNT Championship, the unfinished version. So I'm not mad. Did I eat gumbo in New Orleans? Yes, I had some gumbo. The first night I was there, I believe. You'd have to go to the, I think the New Orleans vlog, I think it's still active. The Orlando vlog is blocked. The New Orleans vlog, I think, is still active. So, yeah, I had gumbo. I had alligator po' boys. I had po' boys, period, for the first time in New Orleans, but I had alligator po' boy. I had alligator for the first time there in New Orleans, and it was delicious. It was just this kind of hole-in-the-wall like bar and restaurant that was like, that was like a block away from our hotel, and yeah, you wouldn't know from looking at it, but they had some amazing po' boys. And the alligator is like, it has a texture of like chicken, and it tastes kind of like it, but it's like unlike anything I've ever had before. The seasoning they had was amazing. Would Muhammad Hassan get over today? I don't think they would use Muhammad Hassan in that kind of version today. I think it'd be very different. AEW, phew, glad people like the updated championship. Yeah, I love it. I think that the belt's a great improvement. Like, you know, it was easy to make fun of it when it was, you know, new And they had to explain the very first moment, oh, it's not finished yet. That's why it looks like shit. But, yeah, good times. Is the stupid Austin soap keeping me up at night? No, I wish. But, no. The battery on it died, and I was sad about that. Because I actually ended up getting 2 on accident. I got 1, and then, like, I accidentally ordered a second one, because I just couldn't get enough of my Talking Steve Austin soap. But only one of them actually ever worked. The one that you heard in the hygiene video was the working one, and so for a while it still didn't work. But then, then it stopped after a while. Oh, cutting off the tag. Boom. No, Triple H, you don't get to tag Stephanie in. Oh god, New Jack and Logan Paul. I would love Logan Paul to take that challenge with like no awareness of who he's getting involved with. Like, yeah, trash cans, man, cool. Where is the Austin soap? You can see the Austin soap each and every video I'm in now because it is sitting on the bookshelf behind me. It's like right next to the Liger figure I have. You gotta look at it over there. Okay. It's between Strongman and my Macho Man Funko Pop. If Trump was a wrestler, what would his finisher be? Litigation. There were 2 versions of the talking soap. There was the Rock one. That was a lemon scented one, I believe. And I believe the one line that he has is, "Go back to the locker room, jabroni, because you stink," or "Go back to the showers, jabroni." What are my thoughts on wrestling isn't wrestling? I love that. It's too bad that Max Landis is kind of a toxic brand now. He kind of even was back then too, but I think people like to defend him because he made that video. And it was a really good video. I would love to know like how much of that was like ad-libbed and then they added video in post to match what he said, or how much of that was like scripted. Because I mean, I loved his delivery in that, and I love the cameos were fun. I thought the whole like depiction of what wrestling used to be. I was like Joey Ryan and John Morrison in like the '80s in Russia things, and it's like, I'm from America and I love America. I'm American. And that shit was pretty funny. Cole Cabana was in that one too, yelling "Get the bricks." God, it was funny, and I think it was very insightful and a really good rundown of like Triple H's career, like in a far more concise and just like kind of intelligent or intellectual way than I could ever do. Oh shit, the slingshot. Oh, that's Triple H's move to take, not X-Pac's. Toxic brands are super neato, says Drunken Peasants. Does X-Pac come with X-Pac heat? Well, clearly not. Well, maybe it does, because he's teaming with Tori here. Oh, God. Did I ever watch Celebrity Deathmatch? I love Celebrity Deathmatch. Like, I got into it for the wrestling tie-ins they had with it. And then, like, it would get to the point where it was talking about celebrities I didn't really follow, so it didn't resonate with me. Nice. Will I review Wrestling Isn't Wrestling? No, I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I'd have to have a lot of good counterpoints to what he said, but I think, like, again, I think what he said was, like, really dead on. He's not enough of a lightweight to... Fuck, get away from me, Stephanie, fuck! He's not enough of a lightweight to do springboard attacks. Oh, come on! There's no way she was near close enough to the corner. Where is that tag rope? Get out of here. Have I ever considered eating old Herbie cookies? Believe me, if I could find the Herbie cookie, then I would get it. I would get those UWF cookies, and I would go to town on them. Om nom nom. All about them cookies. But... This match has been very, very drawn out and dynamic and dramatic. This is the Women's Championship storyline. I'm playing as Tori, going against Steph and Hunter. Oh yeah, don't forget to find Ryan Wregret on 80s Wrestling Mania Returns. Available on iPhone and iOS and Android. There we go. Low blow again. Right to the yam bags of Triple H. Right to the soup bones of Triple H. You had it. No. You had a Herbie cookie, like an official Herbie cookie, or like an oatmeal cookie? Because... yeah, I mean, you know, I heard a rumbling a couple years ago that Herb Abrams' son wants to bring back UWF. And never would there be a more perfect opportunity to bring back the Herbie cookie if they did that. So I'm all for that. Look at this fascinating intergender action. It's the worst hand gesture for kids to be doing. The DX crotch chop or Matt Hardy's V1. I would actually say the Austin middle finger is the worst of the three. The crotch chop is a close second, though. I mean, Steve Austin's just giving you the finger, for God's sake. Hey, Max Pac's fucking laying the chops to Stephanie here. Boom, hip toss. Just running drop kick in the corner. Want to go up, up, down, down? Oh yeah, if they'd have me. Yeah. Thanks, by the way, to the 430 people who are watching this live stream. We are at 2 hours in here. Probably going to wrap up relatively soon. Bingo. I like soccer. No, but I played soccer in like 3rd and 4th grade. I was on a team, the Alameda Thunder. I was a goalie because I wasn't good enough to do anything else. But even then, I wasn't even a great goalie because I would get distracted and do what my mom used to call the idiot dance, where I would just kind of like lose focus and kind of like hop around, you know, not pay attention. Did any of my teachers watch wrestling? No. I had a drama teacher who like respected my like of wrestling, my love of wrestling in high school. Hey, gotta love the interactions between AEW and the loyal Dark fans. AEW Dark fans. Like baseball, I don't really care for much organized sports, if I'm being honest. Football, I had a real big run from like college to like 6 years ago where I was super into football, like NFL, college especially, but I don't know. The more I followed it, the more it was kind of like not helping. It was like following college football was like the worst thing that could happen for my mental health, because like every time the Ducks lost, it was like I was apoplectic. So tornado DDT by Tori. Boom. There we go. Yeah, and it's like, oh god, I had a roommate in college whose friend would come by, and he was a big rugby fan, and like, you know, I'm a big football fan, and he would just like shit on football all the time, as oh, rugby's so much better. I'm like, fuck you, like I don't care, like fuck, you can like, that might have been the beginning of like what you like, don't be a dick. Like he was shitting on my love of football, but he was talking about how rugby was great. I'm like, that's fine, rugby, whatever. You like rugby, it's a better sport. I don't give a shit. Like I like football, you know, chocolate vanilla. Oh my god. Close count. Quick count. Yeah, man, I was fucking bummed as hell when the Ducks lost the national title games they were in. One of them happened on my birthday. The one they lost to Auburn was on my birthday, and I was fucking devastated. I've never let that one go either. Because the ball was not down at time of contact. Oh, the slap. He stole Stephanie's $1 million slap. The WXO cookie. If you don't got it, get it. If you don't get it, figure it out. Come on. Throw her inside the ring. Inside. Yeah, okay. Oh, there was on the inside. Okay. I'm just going to hit trip. Oh, fuck. That plan did not work at all. Ooh, what would I be doing right now if I wasn't involved in wrestling? I'd probably still be doing my, like, TV work. Because with or without wrestling, I had a passion in video production and TV work. And so you know, my jobs were, like, news producer, promotions producer, which means like making spots for the news department, and then I became a commercial producer and director, so I was making a lot of local commercials. I apologize for the glitching right now in the game, and so yeah, I would have liked to have pursued continuing with TV and video production. Drunken Peasants. Oh man, I forgot that Ohio State and Oregon were going to play this year. That would have been fun. That would have been a game I would have made an appointment to see. Yeah, I think football players hit different than in rugby, because in rugby it's a continuous sport. Like the ball is in play like the entire possession pretty much, whereas in football it's like it's a one and done. So yeah, the football players like put their all into tackles. They will run like head first, even though it's illegal. They still do it, but like they will run with the full force of their bodies because they are shooting to kill. So yeah, I can imagine that it's a bit tougher. Like the hits in American football are probably harder in some cases than rugby, even though rugby has no pads. That's the trade-off. But I think it's all very tough. I could never fucking do it. What was my NFL team? It was the Raiders. Basically, any team that beat the Patriots, and I guess now any team that's going to beat the Bucks, is my team to go to. I fucking hate Tom Brady. Is this emulated? Yes, this is an emulation. This is a Project 64, and I'm using a USB-compatible N64 controller. If WWE brought back Ica Pro when I sponsor it, I'd try that shit out, man. Jesus, why is Stephanie so good in this game? Come on. Hey, folks, I appreciate you asking AEW's social media team to sign me, but I'm actually signed with Ring of Honor, so can't do that yet. But I'd love to go to a show again. I'm so upset that Double or Nothing didn't happen in Vegas again this year. Favorite soundtrack in a wrestling game? I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's like a SmackDown versus Raw I'm forgetting. I liked Legends of Wrestling back in the day because it had like an early version of Trapped Headstrong before it got overdone. Get the emulator. The emulators, there's a lot of different choices you can have online. Just look at Project 64. Baby Peanut becoming Peanut Jr. Don't care. Don't care for Planters marketing campaign. No! Oh. When will Animation Month return? I don't know. I gotta compile enough things. And the thing is now with my format, it being every other week, you can't do 4 continuous episodes and call it a month anymore. Like, bam! The timing of Triple H going, yeah, alright, you hit with the X Factor. Woo, yay, my wife. Oh, Day of Reckoning's 1 and 2 had a good soundtrack. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, fuck you. Hit you with a dick. Oh my god, it didn't even work! There we go. 1, 2! Count 2! Yes, Headstrong was also the theme for Bad Blood 03, because I remember that pretty well, too. Yeah, 03 was all about, like, the, 03 was about them OP tracks. Because Evanescence Bring Me to Life was the theme for No Way Out that year. Or was it, no, it was for, yeah, it was for 03. Also, I love seeing Traps fucking, like, bury themselves on social media. Like, one dude, Gregory Irons getting into a Twitter feud with them. Like, what? Someone asked, what was the most stacked roster in history in 02? Yeah, 02, I would say 2000. I'm just listening to SmackDown Crawl on AE Podcast, and like they're making the argument like winter 2000, like when Austin comes back, on paper is probably the most stacked roster they've ever had. Ouch, Jesus. This match is 20 minutes long. Why is the match 20 minutes?
What do I like to listen to? I don't listen to much new metal anymore. Like, I had a phase in like high school thanks to, you know, wrestling, so I was big into Stained and Korn and Power Man 5000 and Limp Bizkit and Rob Zombie. I still have all those albums. I got a lot of like new metal albums from back in the day. I had a big Korn phase. Big into that Korn. But yeah, now I listen to them occasionally now. Like, if I worked out again, I might listen to them as a soundtrack, but what was it? But now these days I listen to a lot of like easy listening stuff, a lot of like classic rock. I'm suddenly getting into Jerry Rafferty. Get It Right Next Time is in my head like crazy right now. And what else am I listening to? Like Bee Gees, one of my favorite acts. Christopher Cross, Michael McDonald, Billy Joel. Yay! Surprise roll up! Gets him every time! Yep, Korn. Listen to my Korn CD. The best tag team in my opinion. I don't know. Let's consult the survey that Blompier did for Quizzlemania this week. That had to be the most just chaotic, dark-sided thing, was the survey answers. My God. Like, the fact that, like, Ric Flair and Bret Hart didn't get on the best wrestler ever list in this survey was atrocious. Like, you had, oh my God. Like, the tag team list was ridiculous. I just can't understand that. I'm gonna wrap that up. I probably should. It was on easy. That was on easy mode. What is the matter with me? Kurt Angle is my favorite singer. Yeah. Triple H beaten by X-Pac. Yeah, you never see that even in 2000 when Triple H was probably his most giving. Oh yeah, and ICP. I wouldn't call them new metal though. So, what do I think of the whole Marty Jannetty thing? It's disturbing. I hope that he's okay and that. I don't know. But. Yeah, I'm going to wrap that up here, folks. This has been a fun stream. At least nothing crashed on me. Things came close, though. This was, yeah, a lot of fun. I'll be back again live later for the SmackDown review. And just to remind you, in case you came in late, henceforth, the Raw reviews will be pre-taped on a permanent basis. And you've got... and then... sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Crazy. So, yeah, it's going to be pre-taped Raw reviews, pre-taped Wednesday Warfares, live SmackDown reviews. Although next week is going to be a whole big mess. Because next weekend we've got not just SmackDown on Friday, but also Saturday we've got Dynamite and TakeOver 30. And on Sunday we have SummerSlam. And at some point I got to fit a SummerSlam predictions video in there. So my goal after this next weekend, not this weekend, but next, is to take a break from the weeklies, so there won't be a Raw review, a Wednesday Warfare, or a SmackDown review. But you'll still get the other stuff that I put out. That is my proclamation, and I'll make it more known in other videos, just to remind people. I don't take too many breaks, so I think I'm kind of owed that after that crazy-ass weekend that we're going to be getting. And yeah, if you haven't checked out Top 8 Worst SummerSlam Moments, give that a look-see. I'm sorry that the Taker vs. Taker's not on there. Mea culpa. I forgot. Totally whiffed it. Next week, I'm reviewing SummerSlam 89, and there will be an additional third classic pay-per-view review happening later in the month. The pattern doesn't dictate it, but I had to shoehorn one more in there just to make it work. And so I think you're going to like what I pick, and you'll find out soon enough. What else to plug? Patreon.com/wrestlingwithregret. Twitter @ZmanBrianZane. Facebook Wrestling with Regret. Instagram Brian Zane. Those are all the things. And folks, like I said, this has been a lot of fun. Nothing crashed. Nothing felt like it was cursed. But some matches took a long time, and it turns out I suck at survival mode. So maybe we'll try that again next week. We will have to see. But until then, folks, I'm Brian Zane. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.